Hey teachers, Brother Judd here. I hope you'll forgive my appearance. I've been homesick with the flu all week, and I considered leaving my camera off for this training, but my wife said, "Nah, you gotta let people see that everybody gets sick, and you're not always looking your best, but the work goes on." And so I appreciate my wife for giving me the courage to just show up how I am. So I'll be back in uniform next week. I've got some help for your lesson here out of Ether chapters 4 and 5. Now, this lesson is about, it's kind of on the back end of the brother of Jared and his very unique experience that he has with the Savior. And to a certain extent, these chapters talk about what's in the sealed portion, this vision that the brother of Jared has, and he writes it down, and it's sealed up. We're not able to read the contents of that vision yet. But Moroni seals it up, and the possible learning activity that's suggested here at the beginning is, as an example, you may want to describe or display something valuable to you. Now, fine suggestion, but as we try to be more student-focused, how could we include students into this readiness activity to help them open their hearts so they'll be more engaged with the rest of the lesson? Now, I'm going to offer a recommendation that is probably going to work better for those of you who teach over Zoom than those of you who teach in person. Here's why I say that. You probably don't want students bringing very valuable objects to class. Their parents wouldn't like that. You wouldn't like it if anything happened to that very valuable object. However, if you're teaching over Zoom for this lesson, you can give students an opportunity to just hold up an object in front of their camera. It's a good way to get students to turn their cameras on. In fact, when I was teaching Zoom seminary during COVID, every Thursday, this is something that we would do just to create, to help create a good class culture. Is every Thursday we would have what we called the seminary competition. And it would be, okay, I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes, and I would set a timer. And I would hold it up to my camera so they could see the timer going. I said, okay, you have 2 minutes. I want you to go find the oldest object, or the most valuable object, or I want you to find the stinkiest object. I remember it was a pair of shin guards that won that one. Now, we couldn't smell them because we were over Zoom, but when we saw those shin guards, we all agreed that was the stinkiest object. Then the students would vote for whoever won. And then because it was Zoom seminary, that student got to pick the picture for our group picture. And I don't know why they found that so valuable, but they loved picking the picture for our group chat that week. And that was the reward for having the oldest, the stinkiest, the most valuable, whatever. So if you can figure out some way to involve your students more, invite them to bring a picture, invite them to actually bring the object if it's not too valuable. But again, these possible learning activities, always try to see if there's a little spin you can put on it to involve your students more, to make it a little more student-focused. Now again, the recommendation here, display something to describe something valuable to you. That's, a fine recommendation, but you can see how that's teacher-centered and that's teacher-focused. If you can flip this to make it more student... apologies. If you can make it more student-focused, that's going to draw them in more. And so then, of course, you talk through these questions. Though you may love or share this object with others, why might you be careful about allowing a small child to handle it? And then that leads you into a discussion of the sealed portion of the Book of Mormon. And then the rest of the lesson about, gaining further revelation, keeping sacred things sacred, sacred things sacred, and making sure that we're recording sacred things, putting them in special places, all that kind of thing. So not a long training today. Just wanted to give you, just that general idea of keeping things more student-centered. The rest of the curriculum does a fine job at walking you through your students, helping them have a good experience with the scriptures here in Ethers chapter 4 and 5. But again, just do your best to take these good suggestions out of the curriculum and to make them a little more student-centered, inviting them to do something rather than just you doing all of the displaying or sharing or bringing or whatever. So, and for those of you who teach over Zoom, here's one place where that's a little bit easier. The students are at home, usually. I did have one student who would regularly Zoom into seminary from, we never knew where Chucky was going to be. My favorite was one time he Zoomed in from the McDonald's drive-thru because he was on his way home from something. But anyway, I hope this was helpful. Again, keep your activities, keep your things student-centered. The seminary really is all about the students. And so whenever you have an opportunity to involve them and to let them shine, take it. It'll definitely be worth your while, and it will help the students feel like seminary is more worth their while as well. So take care. Hopefully next week I'll be over whatever this is. And until then, take care.